social plugins, which enable you to provide personalized experiences to your users with a single line of HTML. And finally, we've rebuilt our core of the Facebook platform from the ground up with simplicity, stability, and the graph in mind. This graph that for the first time we're building together. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brett. We're really proud of this new platform that we've built, and we're proud to be working alongside all of you guys to build the Open Graph. Already, for F8, we've worked closely with more than 75 different partners to get ready for this, and we're incredibly grateful for the opportunity you guys have all given us, so thank you. In fact, you guys have done such a good job with getting ready for this that when we launch later today, we expect that in the first 24 hours alone, we're going to serve 1 billion like buttons on the web. So that's cool. A little McDonald's illusion for my fried chicken addiction. Now, that's more important. The web is at a really important turning point right now. Up until recently, the default on the web has been that most things aren't social and most things don't use your real identity. Even since we've launched Connect, a lot of the implementations that we've seen have been fairly superficial, just normal products with 1 or 2 social features tacked onto the side. But recently, this is really starting to change. We're seeing more and more startups that are requiring all of their users to connect so that they have their real friends and real identity with them all throughout the experience. And now, with the Open Graph and social plugins, even more sites are going to use social plugins to give their users instantly social experiences without them even having to connect. We're building towards a web where the default is social. Every application and product will be designed from the ground up to use real identity and friends. So before we go today, there's just one more cool thing I want to show you. It's a little glimpse of the future that we've been working on. When we started thinking about a web where the default was social, we wondered what kind of great personalized experiences we could build if we worked with just a small group of trusted companies to make it so that users could go from Facebook to other services without always having to click connect. What kinds of personalization would be possible if these trusted products already knew the public information about all of their users? So to get started, we've worked with a few of these partners, and I want to show you one from Microsoft. It's called Docs.com. Today, I'm happy about it. I'll show you in a second why. So Microsoft is announcing Docs.com today. It's an online version of their Office suite that makes it easy to share and collaborate with your friends online. So the way it works is like this. One of your friends can go and they can write up a document, and then they can just go to share it with you, and it's really easy. It just goes to your Facebook inbox, and you can click that you want to see the document. And that'll take you straight to Docs.com, and they can show you the document that's personalized to you immediately without you having to re-authenticate, because they already know who you are. Now, if you don't want this personalization, then you can just go ahead and you can click on the blue bar, no thanks, or you can turn off all kinds of personalization like this on Facebook. But we're assuming that you do want the personalization because you clicked on the link and want to see the document. So you end up right here, and immediately you can see the document, you can edit it, you can write comments, you could share it with more of your friends. It's all of the power of Microsoft Office Suite Online with a simple Facebook integration. And the key is that this product is built from the ground up with the assumption that every user would have their real identity and friends. This product was designed to be social. It's going to be available later today at Docs.com if you want to check it out. Now, another example that I want to show you is Pandora. Now, for the first time, when you show up to Pandora as a new user, you've never been there before, it's going to be able to start playing music from bands that you've liked all across the web. It's a really neat experience when you see it for yourself. And it can start playing music, and it can show you which of your friends, as you're playing songs, that like similar music to what you're listening to, and you can click on them, and it can show you music that they like as well, and you can click and see their collections. And of course, you can say that you like different bands and different songs. And when you form a connection on Pandora, it forms a connection in the Open Graph, so all of you guys can use those preferences and those connections in all the applications that you want to build as well. So that's the power of the Open Graph. All right, so that's what we wanted to share with you guys this morning. Thanks for coming out to F8 today. I hope we've given you a taste of a future where everything can be more social and personalized, and building things is a lot simpler. So, there are three main things that we discussed today: the Open Graph that we're all building together, these instantly social and personalized experiences, and a new platform that we hope is a lot simpler for all of you guys to build on. So, as a closing thought, I just want to tell you a quick story. My girlfriend is in medical school, and she was... She does deserve a round of applause. So she told me this story where one day she was in a lecture on and one of the deans of the school was giving it on what it means to be a medical student. And the dean started off the lecture by asking a question to everyone who was in the audience. And the question was, how many of you guys had an experience, a really formative, significant early memory in the first few years of your life where it occurred to you that taking care of people in human life is a really important thing? And because they're in medical school, everyone put their hands up, right? And everyone just had an anecdote about how they remembered something from really early on in their life that led them down this path. And then the dean then went on to say that he'd actually done a similar exercise in a law school class before that. And when he asked how many people had a significant early memory about believing that preserving or caring for people was an important thing, actually no one put their hands up. And so someone went and whispered to him, don't ask that. Ask how many of you guys had a significant early memory about fairness being what was important and justice. And then they all put their hands up. So, when she was telling me the story, I was thinking to myself, what would that be for our community, right? For developers and entrepreneurs and people who spend their life making things. And I thought back to my childhood and a lot of the early memories that I have around how much better the world would be if there was more information available, what cool things you could do if things were more open and transparent. And it occurred to me that the essence of this is that we have a lot of early memories that are to the effect of, man, the world could be a lot better and we can make it that way. So I think that that's the thing that binds this whole community together, is a belief that the world can be a lot better and that we're going to make it that way. So there's an old saying that says that when you go to heaven, all of your friends are there and everything is just the way you want it to be. So together, let's make a world that's that good. Thanks for coming out.